This is good? So the thing that's interesting is I can't tell if people are inside of the chat now and then when the chat goes off. Oh, is it already going? This doesn't make any sense.
So you're live on YouTube, but I don't know if you'll be able to see the comments.
Let's see here. I can't join the chat. All right. Are there people on now? Because these people have been sitting here for 30 minutes. God dang. Listen, let's start off today by mentioning that there's several people in the company that will be fired after this morning. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now that I need more warm light. What the hell does that mean? I spent the entire morning calling the ridiculous amount of people that I have on payroll, asking them to help me out, and nothing was done. So I was the one who eventually saved me. So you can definitely trust British people more than you can trust people in America. Alex, I think he's on LSD riding rollerblades somewhere in Minnesota. The two girls are at my cabin. They're probably just like, painting their nails and huffing paint in the garage. That's what I assume that most of the employees do when they're not around. I just assume. Now, would you consider what I just said to be rude? Maybe, but you don't pay their bills. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a bit blue. Dude, I don't even know. That's the other thing. I have these people build these studios out, and I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. I mean, there's a humongous light right above me right here. Gigantic. Back there, there's this light. I mean, you can do whatever the heck you want with a thing. You could go green. You can go red. You can go white. Or we can hit the W. Oh, wait. I can't forget this. I just want you guys to know, do you know how they say, that your nose and your ears get bigger with time? I have gotten so much bigger that this used to fit me. I mean, look at this. I wore this to my brother's wedding. I don't think his wife was very happy about it. I wore this to my brother's wedding in 2019 when I went to the CrossFit Games. I was fucking humongous at the CrossFit Games. Right now, I'm 218 pounds. I will say that I'm more like dense muscular. You can see veins coming out of my neck. I think just I've done so much exercise that I've added size throughout the years, but I can't even come close to fitting in this thing. It's ridiculous. And I have a wedding that I have to go to on Thursday. I don't know if you guys remember Kempson. Let's see if we can find him on Instagram. Kempson used to be Rocky Mountain Kempson. Let's see here, Matt Kempson, OCR. This dude used to be like the original OG of this show. He was one of the founding fathers of what we were doing here. And he's basically like, I'm the last of the Mohegans now. So at this point, look at this. That's Matt Kempson right there, that big eggnog head. No, I'm just kidding. This is Matt Kempson. I mean, he's won the GoRuck games. I mean, look, this is us way back together in the day. So this guy right here is going to get married, and I was checking out my tuxedos to see what I can fit in, and fuck, dude, I can't fit in anything. It's embarrassing. Whoa! All right, let's get into the notes a little bit here. Why would you like to pay my bills? Heidi, I don't know what you really have to offer. You should really look into coastal rowing in the 2028 Olympics. Could be the easiest way to make it to the Olympics in LA. I think you may be right. I just don't know anything about coastal rowing. I'm definitely going to get into one of the boat houses and spend some serious time there starting next year, but who knows? Guys, if you could just spend the majority of your morning just sending messages to Tracy and Alana, bashing them for their inabilities to do their jobs, that'd make my day a lot better. First person that can prove that they did it may win free builder. 𝗲𝗹𝗻𝗁𝗕𝗏 suit cart. Any pearls of wisdom? Good luck, dude. Good fucking luck. That would be my suggestions. Ears, nose, and hogs keep growing. That's true. That's true. I don't know anything about the 𝗲𝗏 World Championship location. Hunter, be honest. Did you cause the earthquake? There was another earthquake this morning. Hand on my heart. If you guys Google right now, I don't have the time because my hands won't let me get to the keyboard. But I woke up at 4 this morning and another earthquake hit. Something big's happening. I'm not super pumped about it. I'm actually quite nervous that something really bad is going to happen. But what are you going to do? Crazy setup, man. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Even though everyone's been bashing me and saying I'm blue lit. I don't even know how many people are here for the show, but we've got so much to talk about, guys. I'm going to try to organize these things because somebody fucked my day up by these ladies screwing up the YouTube. Let's start out with something a little bit more light. Let's start out with something a little light here. Present. Yes, I told you. I told you there was a fucking earthquake this morning. And if I had to guess, it was around 4:30 in the morning. Riley, hit me with the notes because my guess would be that it hit at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. Okay. We're going to start out with something light. Share screen. Enhance. Boom. Actually, I lied. We're talking about controversy. So, guys, YouTube, I mean, this is on a YouTube platform right now. You guys are all watching me on YouTube. Like, YouTube is a blessing. Like, it is so cool that we have this platform to create on. But much like anything, they will give you as much freedom as you want and as much access as you want. And then as soon as you get dependent on it, they change things. Like, I don't know if you guys know, Uber lost money for like a decade and they got us all addicted to it. And then they just changed the rules and increased the prices. And now, like, we basically mainline Uber, so we can't avoid these prices. YouTube, which we've grown addicted to, is now going to restrict access to fitness videos. Social media is full of idealizing physiques and unrealistic references of what's normal. And guys, if you think that that's true, I think like 70% of America is considered obese now. So this guy over here, I can't even tell if he's white or an extremely tan or a black dude who's a little too muscular, is now considered a bad reference point by YouTube. And it's unhealthy. As a teen is developing thoughts about who they are and their own standards for themselves, repeat consumption of content featuring idealizing standards that start to shape the unrealistic internal standard. It could lead to some form of negative beliefs about themselves. So what you should do, let's go back. This guy right here, clearly shredded, works really hard on himself. This guy right here, the slope from his chin goes straight to his Adam's apple. This is the reference point that they're working at. There's also zero jawline on this guy. And I don't know if this is just a random photo or if this is the guy making this statement, but I think this is Dr. Garth Grams. Let's go look this guy up. Garth Grams, Dr. Garth Graham. Let's see here. Not now. Images. He's a chubby guy. He's a fucking chubby guy. I mean, I don't give a shit that you're educated. You're chubby. You don't have a neckline. And this guy is trying to say that basically that we now no longer can have 422. I told you, Riley. We can no longer, like, they're going to censor stuff on YouTube, which is crazy. Like, I don't want to sound like this old grumpy guy who's changing things, but just going to throw it out there. It's kind of fucked up, guys. Just going to throw it out there. All right, enough about chubby Garth Grahams. The fuck is wrong with people? I guess because we've talked about him so much, we're just going to, well, looks like Instagram is shutting down some of the videos that I put up for you guys. I'm going to go back into the notes, guys. While I'm talking to you and looking for this, I'll just speak about it out loud. Ingebrigtsen, the guy we've been talking about a lot on our show lately, went out for a super hardcore half marathon with zero training, which I love because that's like my favorite thing to do. And homeboy basically went out, started peeling up the pavement. Okay, Hunter, quit fucking up these notes. He went up and started peeling up the pavement, and he cracked. Now, the crazy thing is that he was ahead of the Norwegian record. He cracked, walked a bunch, and still finished in a 1:03:13. That's gross. I mean, the guy spent a significant amount of this time racing, walking. And supposedly he did like a balls to the wall workout the day before. And like, I think he's God's gift to earth. Like, he's clearly incredible. But I think what you're recognizing now, much like probably some people recognize after they do their first high rocks, is that like there's like those high rock classes that you like go in, you do some wall balls and sweat with your friends, and you did like a 30-minute workout. And then you go and do a high rocks, which takes the average person, I think, like an hour and 26 minutes. And it just cooks you. And, you know, going balls to the wall when you usually race it, something that's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds up to like 10 minutes or his distances, 7 minutes. No wonder it hurt. But I think he's going to come back, and I think he's going to do some serious stuff. Like, just saying, guys, like this, sometimes it takes getting kicked in the nuts to go do something excellent. Because he got kicked in the nuts in the 1500 meter at the Olympics, and then he set a bunch of world records, which is super gangster. And then now he's got this, and it's going to push him. It's going to push him. I'm telling you guys right now. If only someone launched a fitness app to challenge social media app. Braxton keeps on trying to send me about this thing. All right, Braxton, I'm going to give you a shout out, dude. I did read your texts, and my good friend Braxton downloaded this app called PHX. I haven't even logged in yet. Let's just be honest, Braxton. I'm sorry. But supposedly, if you guys want to download something that's going to be kind of like Strava, this is supposed to be the new thing. He's been working on it. He's a great guy. He's intelligent enough that I would actually spend my time diving into his tech. So if you guys are looking for something cool, just go check it out. Trust me, guys, the giveaway is coming soon. Let's put some context for this giveaway. First of all, I need to be inspired. Second of all, I need to be entertained. Third of all, I do like trash talk. If you guys can hit on those cues and it's something that tickles my fancy, you guys will be able to walk away with free product today. You just send me your details and I'll send it. Also, Caleb did set a record today. Let's look up Caleb real quick, just because he's a stud. Caleb. Now, I want everyone to know that Caleb was catfishing people for a really long time. Caleb was basically using images from back in the day to trick people about his current look. Like that photo right there you're seeing, that happened at my house in 2021. But recently, Caleb did do a transformation with house training, and he got shredded as fuck. Shortly there afterwards, Caleb then, if you look at this, set a DECA world record with this big hoss right here. And I don't know about these creepy tattoos this dude's rocking, but I will tell you that look at the development of just the quads alone. You see that teardrop right there? You see that shapeliness? Look at that right there, that bulge of the bicep. Now, Caleb always had a strong body, but this is definitely a house body. Just going to throw this out there. So I guess they broke the record by 1 second. Caleb, I'm not going to lie, that's not that badass, but it's still cool. It's still cool. So shout out to you, homie. Let's see here. A lot of trash talk going on. I didn't know pros were allowed to walk. I mean, Riley, you don't really have a lot of ground to stand on. If you didn't send me that earthquake stuff, I'd say you're a puss. Big puss, dude. Pros are definitely allowed to walk when they run a 103. You've never done anything like that in your entire life. Even if you rode a freaking bicycle, you probably wouldn't do a half marathon at that pace. Let's see here. Let's get back into the notes. If he spends any time training. I would say DECA Fit hasn't stepped up their training or their business because DECA Fit is like the adopted stepchild, just the most forgotten aspect of the family of the Spartan race umbrella. And there's just not enough money to be made off of it. You got to figure, you go to a Spartan race, I think they start to make money after 4,500 athletes. And they're definitely breaking over 4,500 athletes per event. And, you know, they're doubling and tripling, if not quadrupling that sometimes a year. And that's just a ton of money. And it's very containable. It's very measurable. And it's very repeatable. DECA Fit is just done in people's like backyard garage gyms. And it's just not worth investing in. I think they just make too much money doing other stuff. Let's get into, I didn't really like this one. All right, let's go. Let's get an upbeat. Let's get a little upbeat right now, guys. Let's up the beat. Fucking Dr. Garth Graham, you chode. What a turd. It's not saying that if you're overweight that you're not allowed to have, you know, opinions, but if it's about fitness and what's painful or not, and you look like an idiot, you can't have an opinion. But guys, we're changing things up here. Check this out. Homie, 𝗕𝗟𝗗𝗏, he smashes the world record at the beer mile with a 4:30, which is astounding, which is freakish. I tried to break a 5:30 a couple years ago, and I blasted my guts all over the track. And you want to know the crazy thing? He lost his shoe in the middle of it. If you guys look at his far left foot, there's no shoe on there. That's just sock. And he goes in and just annihilates it. And if you look at this guy's body, he's also, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Barefoot, doing his thing, no spikes. He's a big guy. He's Canadian, too. These fucking Canadians are savages. Wow. I guess this was at the 2023 beer mile in Chicago. So this was not recent. He just missed the world record. Wait a second. One shoe. Oh, sorry, guys. I had misinformation. Someone sent me this, and I'm feeling a little bad. But still, inspiring to say the least. I think Caleb actually has a really sick beer mile time. I actually put on an event years ago, and Caleb was able to win it. So just throwing it out there that Caleb, you need to up your game. Nobody cares about DECA Fit. You need to get deeper into the rabbit hole of the beer mile. Guys, I'll also be willing to give out another set of builder if anyone can guess the actual minute that the girls contact me. someone tried to change the email. It wasn't me. All right, Alex contacted me, but that doesn't count. If anybody here can guess what time the girls wake up and contact me, I'm willing to give away Builder. Just throwing it out there. Let's go down back into the notes here. Some comments. Are you watching 𝗕𝗂𝗏's high rock video? That guy's running 330-meter splits with all that muscles to say. Can you sustain it? Well, just to give you a heads up, when we're doing 1K splits, a lot of the athletes in the Elite 15 are like down at 3 flat and under. Like I was doing most of my training this season at that pace. So, and I also outweigh 𝗕𝗂𝗏 by about 18 pounds, maybe 20. I think a lot of people watch videos online. Like there's some people that I've met and you like see them online. Like if we just go into the search feed of just Instagram people and then you meet them in real life and you just realize they're just little babies. You just shift them around. I will say 𝗕𝗂𝗏 is probably going to break 65. I would love to see if he got to 60. I think he's a very impressive guy. He's done so much that has definitely moved the community. But guess what? I'm showing up in Dallas and I'm going to chop his fucking head off. Because that's what a contender does. That's what a champion does. Ooh, we won 2024 a couple weeks ago? What are you talking about? I wonder, what is the record for the 500? 726, 712? You guys are idiots. It is way past this. The girls still haven't contacted me, by the way, guys. And it's 7:59. 𝗕𝗂𝗏's not 218. You chode. You're a chode. Prove it. Prove it. All right. Beer mile. Up. All right, this is interesting. I don't really know why, but it looks like North Korea has basically been hiding for a while, for like 4 years, and they came back into weightlifting, and now they're absolutely dominating. And for the first time in 4 years, people were able to get in, and they've been very secret about their weightlifting. Now, the thing that kind of gets on me about this, like, I guess you don't have to share your opinions and your design for training. But when these countries that have like been caught a lot for dishonest ethics in sport kind of disappear and do weird shit, like it's very common for wrestlers in Russia now to just go sign on for different countries after training in Russia for long periods of time, and then go sign on with different countries and go compete at the Olympics. And then they're hiding for a while and they're not talking about what they're doing. And then they come back and they're crushing it. I can't really say that I know what's going on in these rooms, but it sketches me out. And, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. If you're hiding for a long period of time, like I know these athletes are all working really, really hard and maybe they're getting pressure from the top down, but if anybody's really into weightlifting, I would keep an eye on what's going on in the North Korea camp. They might have some substantially big numbers coming up. Who knows why, but just saying, I found that on the internet, found a little spish. Little spish. Woo! Watching on mute. Next hybrid club is going to be at Paradiso. Yeah. See, look at this right here. Nicholas Hoyer. 𝗕𝗂𝗏 said he weighs 202. I'm 218, guys. I'm thick. My body's made of pistons, steel, diamonds. You guys see those striations coming across the top? What's going on? It's called density, baby. You don't know nothing about that. I'm going to have to throw away this outfit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. More controversy. I kind of got on a Shannon Sharpe kind of rabbit hole because he got caught leaving his phone on while having sex with somebody, which just based on my lifestyle, I guess I could see the same thing happening. But damn, dude. Like, I run events where I run in circles and I've got a small YouTube channel. You are one of the most well-known people in American sports, especially in media, and you didn't lock it down. You got to get your shit together. In other news, I did like this, though. He talks about his brother who ended up getting injured and basically said that his brother was a far better player than him, which you got to respect. Sterling Sharpe played 7 seasons with the Packers, 595 catches for 8,000 yards and 66 touchdowns, 5 Pro Bowls. He was forced to retire. He was forced to retire after a neck injury. I actually never even heard of this guy. I'm trying to get more into football. I'm trying to get more into sports and like really get disconnected from my world on Sundays. So if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know a good team or a player to start following. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. So any good details? Don't want the Giants? Yeah, I agree about that. Guys, still nothing from the girls. Still nothing. Still nothing. So anybody who guessed, you guys still have opportunities to win here. Still have huge opportunities. I guess since we're going to stay on the football line, this is interesting. I've always been the guy that likes to party and win. This right here about Lawrence Taylor, he's talking about how he used to drink Johnny Walker Black every day. He says he could have been better. I mean, this guy was the best defensive tackle, I think it was, in history. It's one of these kind of things where you wonder. Last night I was hanging out with one of the greatest pitchers of all time in recent history. Played for the Giants. Was a closer. I'll let you guys guess. And here now we're just sitting down, hanging out, chatting it up, just having a good old chat. And he was just talking about how much it made a difference, like really what happens in between your ears and how much it matters to like just be an action taker rather than just a worker outer, a person who comes to practice. And sometimes it's just that extra edge of training hard as fuck, but then getting blasted or stressing yourself out a little bit more than normal in the real world, that when the pressure comes, you don't crack because you've been tearing it up in the real world. Now, the week before I set the world record last year, I got blasted after the London High Rocks. I mean, I was riding a bicycle at 3 a.m. around London, and a week later, I took a minute off my world record. That hangover was mean. Mean. All right, let's give it a checkup. Yeah, Detroit Lions. He also used to do coke every day. I think coke, at least back in the day of like the 80s and 90s, maybe even 70s, was considered a vitamin to a lot of athletes. No, this isn't about being a swinger, even though that is a good note. I'm trying to test out outfits because I'm going to a wedding soon. Coke Zero is a vitamin. Fuck yeah. I've had probably about 10,000 Coke Zeros in my life. Okay. Nothing to do with sports whatsoever. This just has to do with my obsession with honey and Jesus. Check this out. These bees in Greece have been making like honey hives all over this church. And for some reason, around religious figures, they just don't put down honeycombs. And I was really looking at the videos to trying to see if they manipulated it all, but those look natural. Just saying, guys. Bees are awesome, and so is Jesus. Just going to throw this out there. And since we're just going to stay in the vein of animals, check this out. The honey buzzard, this thing right here, was fitted with a satellite, and it flew all the way from South Africa all the way up to Finland in 42 days. Like, by my standard, that's fucking crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna hit a soft note in my heart right now. I recently befriended a pigeon, and he's left me. I don't know where he left, but I spent a lot of time watching that bird, and I was just fascinated by him. And when I saw this fact right here, to think about just a creature like this, not much to it, traveling 10,000 kilometers. I mean, that's basically like the distance of flying from the United States, where I live, all the way over to the UK. And this bird traveled that far. And when I saw this pigeon, I was like, damn, this fucker has like no defenses against the world and all the weird shit out there, whether it's weather or other beasts. And the fact that this bad boy travels all the way up north to south, south to north, beast. We're also going to go and look at this real quick, just because we're on the same vein. 𝗟𝗟𝗗𝗏, once again, just defeats the world. He does the 82 peaks in 19 days, beating the previous record, which used to be a 40-a-day one. Oh, 𝗬𝗟𝗏𝗕𝗏, I think, who died. He just beat it by 40 days. And like, as you guys can see in this video, like, this isn't just exercise. This is death-defying trekking over ice and snow and ledges and bridges. And you guys know that I like to drop in and look at Killian's Strava. I mean, the guy was racking up miles. And this year alone, and I don't even know how old Killian is. Let's see here. Killian Jornet age. Dude's 36 years old, so he's a year older than me. Homeboy somehow, at the age of 36, is wrecking all of his own records. Just wrecking course records, world records, FKTs. I mean, it's nuts. Nuts. The dude's a freaking beast. I'm just telling you guys, from what I can tell at this point, the biggest thing that I've really picked up on recently when it comes to high performance training is volume and core work. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a beast. He's a super big beast. What the fuck is that noise? It's my headphones. Yeah, Bill Burr is the shit. Bill Burr is the shit. Let's see here. Give me some time here, guys. Give me some time. Guys, I tried to time this thing, and I need to take a break. Try to time it. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I've been sitting here thinking the obvious winner of today's giveaway. Let's see if I can find him in the comments. 𝗵𝗵_𝗏𝗧𝗏. You're the winner. Coke Zero is a vitamin. That's the one that got me to stop and laugh. So Barry, you're going to have to contact me somehow and send me your email, and I'm going to send you product. And I don't know how to change this blue thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why am I blue? Whatevs. I don't want to talk about it. This is interesting. I would add it to the chat, but I can't. Share screen. So I've been dosing with electrolytes for a long time here. This doctor right here was talking about the importance of sodium basically in the body, and basically how when people have strokes, they'll hit them with a saline bag with I think either 6,000 to 8,000 milligrams of sodium. And then if they're still not resuscitating the person, they hit them with what's called the double push. And a lot of what they're talking about is just like how low the sodium levels are in people and how that can be medically related to some issues that are going on inside the body. You're going to have to look this up at the wellness radar. And I wish I could put this in the notes, but the girl screwed me. I have been dosing electrolytes at a higher level year after year, and I've been continually getting better and better results from it. Like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll have my product, I'll have Builder, put a scoop of hydro in there with some of the green stuff, and then I will tend to have another electrolyte drink right before I start training. Like I double dose every single morning now, and it's been like a noticeable difference. And I am now having 3 different scoops inside of each bottle when I go out on my bike. And I know this is not always a 1-to-1, but let's see here. I was able to, with like so little training, I was able to just absolutely crush records. So, fuck you, Alexi. You're such a beast. Oh. Let's see here. Go to Hunter's profile. Now, this is all really, really like not even trying, especially this time of year. I'm not super specific on anything. But this ride right here that I did the other day, we've been doing these rides for years. I set PRs on so many climbs, 23-minute climb, 18-minute climb, 7-minute climb, another 23-minute climb. And I set all these records, and like the watts for not really pushing, holding 300 plus watts for 7 minutes and, averaging in the mid to high 2s for longer ones, 23 minutes, holding 300 plus watts. And this is in the middle of a 3-hour ride. And it wasn't really beating me up that much. But, I at this point have just noticed that a lot of the potential that we have as athletes is left on the table when it comes to not taking products that help you just move the needle. That reminds me of another one that I was going to bring up to you guys. You lazy POS. Let's see here. Creatine. Boom. Is this it? Nope. Screw that one up. So we have a product called Strength X2. I consider it to be our best product because I fucking just love it. Now, this is a weird correlate in the beginning right here, but this is just based off of a study. A study done by Santos in 2004 suggested this answer. Group 1 took 20 grams of creatine per day, 5 days leading up to a race. Group 2 took 20 grams of creatine placebo. If you come down here, the first group experienced 78% less soreness than the second group. And the inflammation was down too, also by 64%. The muscle damage in the first group was 16% less. Now, one of the things I first recognized when I was using creatine in the beginning was that basically that taking 5 grams a day is just kind of like that kind of bullshit that you see on like the multivitamin sacks. It's like you have to have 100 milligrams of vitamin C a day. And when you're an athlete that's training very, very hard, your body metabolizes those ingredients at a much more rapid rate than somebody who's a little bit more sedentary or going into the gym, chilling out. So what we do is we take 1 scoop in the morning, and then for every hour of training, you're taking half scoop. So if I train 4 hours today, I'm very much so taking up to 15 grams of creatine in a day paired with citrulline. And it really is a performance driver. And what I was just saying with sodium and other electrolytes is another one of these kind of things where you just don't recognize that you just have all these little imbalances. It's like the wires aren't fully matched in your electric system. So just saying, guys, you should be taking tons of Strength X2. Barry, if you ever message me, you'll get free product. And by the way, guys, girls still haven't messaged. Nothing. They gone. Harry Palmer, watt bike. I'm not going to lie, the watt bike is significantly better than the Concept 2 bike. Now, if you get a Concept 2 bike, you could buy almost 3 of them for the price of a watt bike. And if you just want to put something inside your gym and hammer and don't care so much about the data, Concept 2 bike every day. Well worth it. Indestructible. The Atom is definitely something that's more for somebody who's like an individual. Oh, Tracy. Tracy, that's so interesting. So Tracy entered the chat at 820. Did anybody guess 820? The girls, looks like we have 821. We have no 820s, guys. I'm sorry. Nobody won that bet. Wow. This is what the call log looks like. Tracy, Alana, Tracy. This is me trying to get into our show because, Tracy, maybe use your phone for things other than social media, you freaking raccoon. I don't even know. Here's what I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to change the, whatever. I'm not even going to get into my personal life. Idiots, dude. The fastest way to enjoy your life is to never start a company and be dependent on other people. Tell you right now, dream come true. That's why I'm a single sport athlete. Okay. Jocko Fuel. I don't know about Jocko Fuel. I'll look it up for you guys right now. Let's look at the ingredients on Jocko Fuel. Shop all. Let's look at the pre-workout. Okay. I'll share the screen because I want to be honest with you guys about this. We're going to break it down. You girls are banished. You're not allowed at the Malibu house for the rest of the month. Okay, Jocko Fuel. Okay, here we go. Pre-workout. Let's see the ingredients on the back here. The fuck? How am I supposed to read that? Ingredients. Okay. I mean, in reality, it's the exact same product that we have. 200 milligrams of caffeine, 6 milligrams of L-citrulline, 6 grams of citrulline, 3,200 milligrams of beta-alanine. All the rest of this stuff in here, I don't think it's really that worth it. And you get that per scoop. So it's basically Strength X2 and ours kind of combined without the creatine. So it's good. And it's per serving? Hey, that's not bad. I mean, like, those are the ingredients that we use. Okay, let's look at, I mean, nothing in here you're really going to get. It's that different. Cold War immunity. The fuck? Yeah, I don't think you guys need that. Wow. Yeah. I really wouldn't take anything that 𝗦𝗵_Davis says seriously. 𝗦𝗵_Davis is like, he's kind of like a town jester. Like, he's the kind of person that sits on like the edge of town and screams witch when somebody walks by, and he hopes that somebody kind of jumps on his bandwagon. So I wouldn't trust him. I would not. Guys, the watch I'm using right now is the 𝗕𝗟𝗵 Fit TRX. I like it. It picks up babes. Just going to say. How much non-running aerobic work transfers to running? Martin, you have to buy a bike and just figure it out as you go. The cookies and cream protein powder is A1. Yeah, raw makes really good protein powder also. Are you familiar with plates and dates in the supplement analysis video? It would be sick if he did one for you. Sick. Yeah. I think that guy does a great job. He's really smart. He is really, really smart. Guys, I'm so uncomfortable in this thing. I'm fucking taking it off. I've been having the most awkward morning trying to enjoy myself with this tuxedo on. And I thought it would be funny. It just made me feel awful. And now that I have it off, I feel blue. You guys are right about that. Tyler, it's 1-to-1. I put like 3 watches on to test it all. Definitely I take it seriously because it is pretty amazing like how off some of these GPS things can be. But yeah. Tracy Masterson, once again, worth nothing to me. Dead to me. Alana, same exact thing. I can't believe no one guessed 820. You guys could have won. They still didn't even text me. Like, I wonder what somebody does when they see their phone ring 100 times. Fucking hobos. Geniuses. I'll just tell you guys right now, I do not trust wrist-based heart rate. You always have to have a heart rate monitor. That's why you always see me with a heart rate monitor on. Okay, let's get back in the show notes. Oh. What the hell is going on here? Let me get some good stuff. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm just going to get these things together. Oh, this one's a good one. So weird how when I brought up all these show notes, it's like doing it right now. It doesn't want to be able to pick up some of these pages. Yeah, it's being weird. Nope, don't want that one. Come on, dude. Quit being a bitch. Yes. All right. Let's get down to the weeds of some epic strength recently. Okay. We're back. We're back, guys. Tom, you don't get to have a pink bottle. You just don't. Okay? Austin. Heroes, team builder. Austin, by the way, everyone abandoned me this morning, including you. I'm just going to rack through these guys, and we can get into the notes a little bit. But first of all, this right here, I started to get really into strength. I was getting obsessed. This is the greatest lift of all time. 3.15 times the body weight. The 1988 Seoul Olympics. This is called Pocket Hercules, and it's considered the greatest display of neuromuscular efficiency in history. That basically just means that this person was able to hold tension in their body and contract all the muscle fibers possible to get this lift overhead. Now, they call him Pocket Hercules because he was basically a midget. He was like the tiniest person, but 190 kilograms is insane. You're looking at 450 pounds, maybe something ridiculous. Just to let you know, like my bitch ass was deadlifting 500 pounds, and I thought that was impressive. This guy pulls it to his chest and then chucks it over his head. I mean, if you look at his head, it looks like one of the action movies where, I don't know if you guys remember Total Recall, and like his head starts to swell really big outside. That's what his face looks like right there. Insane. Insane. Now, if you look right here, the actual strongest man in history is Mark Henry. I don't think he gets enough street cred because I think he kind of did what I did, where he didn't stay in one lane for his entirety of his career. He played a ton of sports and just kept on going around and winning things in different places. So he didn't have this like really long mainstay in one position, but Homeboy was in the Olympics. Homeboy won World's Strongest Man after taking tons of time off. He was a powerlifting champion. I mean, he was just a freak. These are his PRs. He squatted over 1,000 pounds. He was the first person to clean and press the Thompson inch dumbbell with one hand. I mean, he's just a beast. The beastliest beast. I also think he holds the record for the most amount of weight ever gripped and picked up with the Rolling Thunder, which you guys have seen me do. I mean, everything about this guy. And obviously he went to the WWE because he is the world's strongest man. He's got that 𝗕𝗵𝗵 body where we want to see him kicking ass. I mean, when I see a big guy picking up big things, game over. Just love it. Most controversial. Let's go to this real quick. This is where World's Strongest Man used to be badass, by the way. You look here, these guys are just doing freaky feats of strength, like carrying bricks, which is relatively like, that's so much more real than watching some people pick up a big steel bar. Like, I'm over that shit. I want to see the most jacked farmer out there. Look at this. Yeah, what's up, dude? We got to move some stones. We got shit to do. Hey, got to move some bricks because we're building a house. Who's the beastliest one? Who do we want to help us to build the farm? Hey, I got to move that truck. Yeah, no big deal. I'll handle it. Just saying to you guys, this is the sport that we should be celebrating. I'm sick and tired of all these barbell pansies wearing, basically like neoprene bungee jumping suits to lift heavy bars. Like the super suits that they use for powerlifting, shit's lame. I mean, look at that goat of bear of a man, the sheepdog, just crushing shit. Just saying, guys. Pocket Hercules, he's cool though. He can stay. Okay. Last but not least, I just wanted to show this because Caleb's not strong enough to lift this weight. 72-year-old man versus Caleb Yates. 33 years old, 6'4", handsome, 235 pounds. Then you got this dude who looks like Yoda, wearing a tie-dye shirt, walking up. He's got no beef in there, so basically he's got bag in his jumpsuit. Showing up, 270 kilos, 600-pound deadlift. I don't know. He's a beast. This is in 1944. Caleb, One of these days, you're going to level up. What's up, buddy? Let's get back into these things. During the hill run intervals last week, I wore a Zone 3 chest strap, my Zone 3 chest strap, and my Apple Watch. Both HRs match exactly for 6 intervals. I don't know, man. I mean, I've done that a lot, Ryan, and it's not been the case. And I can tell you right now that I've worn this so many times that I'm going to let you have that, and I'm going to disagree because I got other shit to do that includes wearing a heart rate strap. Ooh, Utah State running back front squatting 500 pounds raw. I don't know about that guy, but he's a beast. 5 times body weight. This guy's body shape was engineered for deadlifting. In a zombie apocalypse, strongmen would be the first to go. Just saying. You don't know that. Bitch ass. Dude was an animal strongman. One of the few that didn't look like a bag of potatoes. It's very true. It's very true. Just to give you guys a heads up. So it's interesting. Last week, Nate the Great, our new strength training coach for this season, was getting me to do some isometrics. So present, enhance, entire screen. Boom. So we are doing these kind of lifts. We blast into the rack. Push, 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 push. Hit it. Intervals here. And then afterwards, we'd switch over, do some power cleans. We were getting beefy. Let's just be honest. So if you guys remember, I was doing negatives this summer. Now we're doing isometrics into power. And in the comments, there's a lot of people just bitching and saying shit about how this was like hack jab training. Now, you go over here to one of the top trail runners in the world, and this dude right here is doing the same exact thing. Single leg, pressing against this. Like, obviously, he's not that strong in comparison. I don't know how strong that cordage is, but trust me, we would snap it for sure. But the isometrics are really a thing. You guys should look into it. It's impressive. This guy's a freaking beast. And he's obviously even using this for trail running, mountain running. He's a significantly talented trail running champion. So next time you guys want to talk shit, maybe you should just give it a try. Watch this. Watch this follow through. Come through. Walk straight through the gym like a boss. Chalk it up real quick, just because I want full grip to torque this bar. Watch this thing popping off, dude, just like a little popcorn. Nothing for Big Daddy. Flies. Oh, no big deal. Let's bring it up again. Yeah, no problem. Let's get a couple more. Yeah. You guys see the power of those hips? Them thunder cheeks in the back just torquing it up? You guys don't have that. Just saying. Who's 𝗕𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗁? I don't know him. French contrast training. French contrast training. Let's see what that is. One heavy compound lift, force-oriented plyometric movement, speed strength movements, and then speed-oriented plyometric movement. This reminds me of that training that 𝗕𝗟𝗗𝗏 something guy did. He was the German track and field champion. Yeah, I mean, that stuff's been around for a while. It's badass. Don't get me wrong. Ooh. What are your thoughts on F45 gyms Mark Wahlberg signed up for in August? I mean, whatever, dude. If you want to just work out, you should. And F45 is the place you're going to do that. Do it. I don't know what to tell you. In reality, like, it's not where I'm training. It's not where I'm going to train. It's not going to do anything for me. But fuck, if I was retired, I'll tell you right now, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sore all the time. I would just ride bicycles and just lift weights, do some yoga. But F45 is good. I mean, it's a good way to sweat, good way to live. I got nothing wrong with F45. Guys, I guess the only thing I want to finish off on is kind of just about how some of the best products in the world are losing their oomph. Looks like Bragg's, I remember hearing about this, got bought out, and they were bought out by, I cannot remember the name of the company, but they basically, if you watch this is Nutrition World Chattanooga. And this guy right here is the owner, talks about how they basically just dropped off the quality of what used to be. And I know a lot of people that take apple cider vinegar for digestion, potentially metabolism, health. And this was the thing. It was the one that we all used. And now they basically changed the formula to save some bucks, and they ruined it for the rest of us. So, breaks my heart. Breaks my heart when you see companies do that. But, I don't know. World's changing. Can't get too caught up in it. That was not a fake mustache. That was a real mustache. All right, dude? Why don't you pipe it down? All right, well, Barry is the one who won because he said Coke Zero is a vitamin. And I thought that was hysterical. So, I'm just letting you guys know that I was giving away free builder. And you guys had the chance. And the girls, you had a chance to basically, you guys had the chance to basically win off of the girls' issues, and you guys didn't take a stab at it. 820 was the answer. Okay, right there. I don't know who's doing this with the comments right now. I think it's you, Cy. Cy, comment in the notes if this is you doing it, because I don't know how we're going to sign off, being that I'm the person who doesn't control this anymore. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. You are not going to see me on the backside of this week. I have to go to a wedding. As I said, Kempson's getting married. I will be back, and we'll kick some ass next Monday. I'm going to miss you guys. You know the deal. If you want to get huge, housetrain.com. If you want to get the best products in the world, Builder Sports, Builder International. And if you guys just want to hang out, shoot me a DM. I'll be training my ass off. We have a training camp going off starting September 27th, running through, about October 5th. And then I'm supposed to be catching a flight over to Amsterdam to go compete. I don't know what's going on. I still have to figure some things out, but hopefully I'll see you guys around. And, Cy, nobody knows what you do with your free time. Nobody knows. But we should probably do this more often, Cy. You should probably just meet me every Monday and Thursday from now on, because the girls and Alex clearly don't care. Alex is probably at some kind of like goober festival with all of his rollerblader friends, not getting out the hard work that we're putting together for this company. But guys, I'm out of here. Cy, you know how to shut this thing down? You're good? All right, I'm leaving the studio, guys.